how do we make pho? And is it pho or pho?
It's pho. We're gonna make pho.
But isn't this something that takes like 8 hours?
The key to pho is really in the broth. And it's gonna take about 6 to 8 hours to make a proper broth.
Why can't we just use the stuff out of the box?
That's why we're here.
All right, cool.
We're gonna learn how to take this and we're gonna turn it into something that actually tastes like pho. The beef bones that we're gonna use here are to add a little bit of body and texture to this stock. We're gonna take the stock, we'll put this into the pot. Go ahead and add the beef bones. Let's put 4 of them in. And to that, we're gonna add about 3 ounces of turbinado sugar. We're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. And we've got about 10 star anise. And 6 whole cloves. And we're gonna throw this into a dry skillet for just a couple of minutes to toast it and get the oils
Get it going.
extracted.
Okay, I gotcha.
We're also gonna take this ginger.
You want me to peel it?
Yeah, we'll peel it real quick.
All right. Well, I don't know if I could do it real quick.
We're gonna beat this up a little bit. Chop it into a few chunks. The smaller the pieces, the quicker the flavor will extract. And that goes into broth.
Okay, so it's just melding the flavor with the stock and the ginger and the beef bones. So that was like a minute.
That was just about a minute. And
All right.
you can smell that
Yeah, I
all the
can
oils
totally
are
smell
starting
it.
to come out of it. So we'll put that in there. Now, since we put the bones into the stock,
Yeah,
we've got this kind of foamy stuff that's coming up to the top.
and that's the fat, which...
Well, it's fat, it's impurities, it's things that you don't really want in your finished broth. So we'll just kind of wander by and skim that off every once in a while.
Does it have to like be completely skimmed?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Would Thomas Keller want it that way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you'll lose a little bit of extra stock while you're doing it, but
You'll have a better product,
better
yeah.
product.
Okay. What are we doing with this?
we're gonna thin slice some of those onions.
Okay.
And I'm gonna chop up these serrano chilies here.
Whole onion? 2 onions.
Let's just use about half an onion, really.
All right.
Pass me those limes.
All right, what's next?
We're gonna be cooking some noodles.
These are Shandong noodles.
I stand in the noodle aisle at the Asian market and just go, God, please let me pick the right one.
I know, because there's like 500 different types of noodles.
And it's got a pretty color on the package.
I like the lucky fish. I think I might get that tattooed, actually. So we're going in
We're going in.
to the hot tub.
So we'll put those into some boiling water.
Oh, look at it. Like, it's super fast. Oh my God, I can totally smell that broth. It smells like the broth for pho.
It is the broth for pho.
But I didn't believe you, because sometimes you lie.
Cheap and quick and easy.
So can I stir this or no?
Yes, please do.
Is this salted?
No,
water?
that is not salted. The salt is actually going to come from the fish sauce that we put into the stock.
Right, because that's super salty. Yeah, I've noticed that you haven't put any salt or pepper in anything that we've done.
Right.
So that's a little variance of the Asian cooking compared to like the traditional French cuisine.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. And I want to put salt and pepper in this. Like my body is telling me to, but don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because the
Don't-
fish sauce is so salty.
Don't do it. The noodles are done.
So that was like 2 minutes.
Yeah. We're just going to drain these off. Then, unlike traditional pasta, give these a rinse so they don't stick together.
Ah.
And use a pair of tongs if you don't have hands like mine. So we've got these cooled down. We've got them rinsed off a bit.
Okay,
We'll pull them out to drain.
I'll dump that for you.
And we'll just set them to the side until we need them. I've had this piece of sirloin filet in the freezer for about 10 minutes so that it firms up a little bit so that we can slice it paper thin. You need a very sharp knife. And the reason that we want to get this sliced very thinly is that the broth is actually going to cook the meat.
How long was this in the freezer?
This was in for about 5 to 10 minutes.
It's not frozen, but it's very, very cold. And it does make it a lot easier.
I noticed that I did this on a different cutting board that we were working on with the vegetables.
Right, and that's for the cross-contamination.
Yeah, we don't want to get the beef all over everything else.
hand washing time.
Yes, it is hand washing time. Let's all go to the lobby. So we're gonna fill each bowl with some noodles.
Okay.
The beef that we just sliced, and I just washed my hands from cutting,
Yeah.
is going in the bowl next.
You're putting the raw beef on top of the noodles.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm putting some herbs in here.
Yeah, we're going to start with some onion.
All right.
Kind of lay your beef out fairly flat so that when the broth hits it, it's going to cook all the way through. We're going to take a little bit of the Thai basil there.
All right.
Some cilantro sprigs.
I love Thai basil. We want some sprigs. How many?
Probably just a few leaves here and there.
All right. Whole?
Whole.
Because you're not really going to eat the...
Oh yeah, you are.
Oh, okay. I never eat mine. At the restaurant, I never
missing
eat
out.
it. All right.
Then we're going to put the broth over all of this.
Okay.
Now we've got all of our cloves and anise and ginger and bones in here.
God, that
so
smells really good.
just going to run this through a strainer.
And that's to collect the...
That's to get all the bits out.
Yeah. Which that really does make life a lot easier. The instant that stock hit the steak, it was cooking it.
Mm-hmm. And we just need to make sure that we get enough broth to cover the meat so that it continues to cook. If you want to throw some cilantro sprigs around there.
Okay, just kind of like as a little garnish, or
Yep, just
a little bit more than
a little bit
garnish?
more than a garnish.
Okay.
I'm going to chop some green onions.
You know what I love about this? We've had to cut beef and onions. Whoever invented this dish is a genius.
He's the King of Pho.
He's the King of Pho.
He's the Pho King. And take some of the serranos, sprinkle those around.
A little bit for me, because, you know, I'm a wuss.
Then we got all of that. Wedge of lime, a little bit of bean sprouts.
I know about these puppies. I love bean sprouts. I like that they add the crunch. Are we good?
We're good.
I'm gonna do it. That is awesome. Pho King, man, he is a genius.